whenever I completed a section, I just took time to calm myself,
Hmm.
like
That,
and set myself in the next frame. If I completed a count section, then I have to say, get in the perfect mindset to attempt the next verbal section.
correct.
So yeah, so what you can do, if you can directly click this continue button, so test will start, and then you will have not have any time to get you in the right thing. So it's okay to take a time between the two sections.
Hi, Sadiq. Good afternoon. How are
Hi,
you?
hi. How are you? Can you hear me?
I can. How are you doing, Sadiq?
Yeah, I'm good, good.
So, welcome, Sadiq. And this interview is recorded for the future aspirants of GRE.
Hey, sound is low, I mean.
Am I audible?
Yes, yeah. Actually, your voice was very low, so yeah, we just fixed it.
Is my voice okay now?
Yeah.
All right, all right. So, Sadiq, here's your LinkedIn profile. Could you tell us a brief about your background? What are you doing?
Okay, so talking about myself, I would like to say that I contribute to the IT industry
All right,
where I'm responsible for delivering the development and deploying the functional entities.
all right, all right.
Uh,
Okay. Anything else? And anything else that you'd like to tell us about your profile?
Actually, I have completed my bachelor's from my Mumbai University,
All
and
right.
after that I joined Tata Consultancy Services, and also I have my master's, which was funded by Tata Consultancy Services, and
Wow.
since then I am contributing to the IT industry. Currently, I am working with Intelligent Solutions, and talking about my roles and responsibility, it is I'm just managing the development and deployment activities.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing, man. Could you tell us why GRE? How did this happen? Why did you take this examination? Let me tell everyone. And first of all, I would like to congratulate Sadiq on getting a very good score, a great score of 330, in which Sadiq has scored a 161 in verbal and a great 169 in the quantitative reasoning. Wow. Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
Congratulations from the whole top
thank,
team. Yeah.
yeah, thanks, Abad. Yeah, actually, speaking about my journey, so this journey started a couple of months ago. So, wherein I compared this GMAT thing and GRE thing. So, actually, it differ from person to person. Just a minute.
All right. I'm just a second. I'm pinning you. Just a second. Yeah. Go
Yeah.
on. Go.
Yeah, so I just compared both of the thing like GMAT and GRE, and what I found out that GRE thing would be more preferred to me, would be more comfortable with me. Again, it differ from person to person. So some of the advantages that I found to go well or to suit I mean my personality or my approach thing, the GRE has some benefits like passage are shorter as compared to the GMAT thing.
All right.
First, yeah. Second, I would say quant is on a comparatively easier side as
Mm-hmm.
compared to the other exam, or we can say GMAT.
All
Thirdly, I
right.
would say the flexibility, like I can navigate from question to question, so it give me a better flexibility to select the question which I should go first and which I should mark for review and come back it to later.
Hmm.
So this was the thing that made me to go for GRE. And
Wow.
also I would like to mention the GRE is a section adaptive, unlike the other exam like say GMAT.
GMAT.
So yeah, every question counts. So you have to uh, give your best. Like if one goes wrong, then your chart will go like your score will drop
Hmm.
drastically in GMAT thing. But GRE give you flexibility, like you can complete the section and the next section will be adaptive. So these are some of the points which made me to go for GRE over GMAT.
Thank you for highlighting these points. I think these points will come in handy for our students. Thank you for that. Tell us about your preparation journey. How did it start, and how did you go through the course, and when did you start the practice? Could you just give us a brief on that?
Yeah, definitely. So as I told you, like after selecting these, finalizing the exam, that which exam I would be writing. So my hunt started like for the class, like which classes would be better for me, which in which I can make the maximum output and create and complete this journey as soon as possible. As the thing is like I'm working, so I can't
Absolutely.
take a long time to this. So I need to wrap it up very fast. So in searching that, I came across top 1%, and in top 1%, what I found that suits my need was the recorded session. Like it
Hmm.
will give self-paced course.
That's
So
an advantage for those who are
yeah,
working, all right, whose job is a little hectic, so that they can, manage their time accordingly, because those sessions are recorded, and that can definitely help
yeah.
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, so I contacted Richa from top 1%,
Hmm.
and after that she told me that this is the thing, this will the study material, this will be the all the things she told me, she laid the foundation for me, and then I started the course. The first thing for me was like I was getting into the phase after a long time,
Hmm.
like working for a long time, and now I'm getting
Not
back into.
in not in touch with the studies, so
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it becomes a little difficult case.
Yeah. So first of all, what I found that like prioritizing the subjects, like which subject needs more attention.
Hmm.
I think this is one of the most important thing for any student to do. Like they should prioritize the thing in
Absolutely.
yeah, in order to attack a subject, like if my cons if my cont is weak, if my verbal is weak, then doing prioritizing that subject first, and then it's not like you should allocate all the time to one subject.
True.
Raising one subject will decrease the other.
Correct.
So you have to
Correct.
yeah, you have to
You have to
maintain.
balance. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to maintain a balance, first thing. And second thing, you have to find out a time, or a time like where you can maximize your output. Like,
How many, sorry to cut you in between. How many hours were you putting per day on an average when you were preparing?
we can say like almost 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours. So no, not in a complete straight
Hmm.
slot, but I used to
Correct.
break it up. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
yeah, we can say before work or after the work schedule, I used to break it up. And if someone is comfortable with giving a complete slot, then it will help them. But for me, it was not possible to get it into a complete slot. So I used to break it in different slots, and take the subject in which suppose in the morning slot I am not very much comfortable with fonts. So at that time I used to do verbal. So this is the one of the thing, like students should understand themselves, like how they,
Absolutely.
yeah, maximum. It differs from person to person. If something is working with me, it's not the case like everyone should opt for this.
Hmm. Absolutely. When it comes to balancing, I would say if you have 3 hours at a stretch, then you can take a 10-15 minutes break in between
Yeah.
and maybe distribute it for quants and verbal, or do the whole quant thing. And if you have 1 more hour, 1 hour or 90 minutes, then you can spend it on the other subject. That is possible.
Yeah, during initial days, it was a bit challenging for me, like to give a like as I mentioned, like it was not in my habit to remove a specific slot and do say some extra activity apart from work. So
Correct.
initially I faced challenges, but ultimately now I can say that hard work paid off, like or it was a fulfilling or rewarding journey.
Wow, wow, that's great to hear. That's great to hear. So, if you could tell us, how long did it take to do, the basic and the pre-work things, and when did you start the practice? After how long did you start the practice?
Okay, so yeah, I would like to tell everyone, like whenever you join the top 1%, So they will give you some pre-work, which is mandatory thing. Like if you complete that mandatory thing and then you attend the classes, like the recorded session, then your foundation is already laid. You can better understand the concept which sir is saying rather than first attending the video and then um, uh, going back and doing the pre-work. So whatever the systematic plan had been laid out by this top 1%, anyone can follow and achieve a score as soon as possible. So answering the question, I would say it took me around 20 days, I guess, like to complete the pre-work. Then I started practicing and then the mock phase started.
Wow. And how long did you practice?
Practicing, I would say it took me 2 months, I guess, 2 to 2.5 months, somewhat like something like that.
Wow, wow. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. Tell us about your exam or the test day experience,
Hmm.
starting from when you were going to take the test, okay,
Hmm.
and the sections you faced and the challenges that
Yeah.
you faced.
So so I booked my test center
Hmm,
exam like I find that home exam would be bit tedious for me.
hmm.
Like
All right,
I yeah, again it differ from person to person.
person to person, yes.
Yeah.
But
So
but for me personally, it's better to go in that test environment and take the examination because,
definitely, definitely. Yeah, I have certain reasons for saying that. Like, let's say I live in an area where I have test centers around me. Like,
all
I
right,
can walk in, yeah, it's within 5 kilometers distance. So, moving to a test center is not a great deal for me. And secondly, I would like to say when I'm taking a home-based test, so it is like I have to check the connectivity, manage system, and find an isolated place. So overall, it is difficult, and also like the room scanning thing. It will burn you out before the test exam, before the test starts. So there will be
correct.
checks. Yeah. So I prefer to
Take
take
the
the test and like
at the
yeah.
center. Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
So I booked the test center, and first thing was like essay thing.
Hmm.
So in GRE, GMAT, I guess we have option to select the order, but in GMAT it is like we have to this essay thing is first and compulsory thing. So the first section would be essay. So after completing, and what I personally believe that first
How
section
was
is, yeah,
uh,
it will.
sorry to cut you in between. How was the essay, and do you remember the topic at which from which that question was asked? What was that question about? The
Uh,
issue question.
So speaking about the question, I don't remember it exactly,
All right.
but I will paraphrase it like how does surrounding around me will affect me as a person, like the company that I chose,
Wow.
how will have an impact over my life or my personality, my style, something like that on that similar line.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, so basically, I made a mistake by not practicing in this
AW.
essay. Yeah.
Hmm.
It is not out of complacency, something like I know the thing, but complacency about like it is a secondary thing. First, I have to target a specific score, and then this was a secondary thing. But unfortunate thing happened, like I didn't find a time to practice that. So I had no option because I already booked the test date and I went ahead without practicing that essay thing.
All right. All right.
And
Coming to the next section after AWA.
yeah. Also, I would like to add one more point. Like this essay thing will help you to lose, calm you. Whenever you enter the test center, surely everyone will face the anxiety. Like what will happen, like how the question will come and
Correct.
face that. So overall, I would say that typing the essay for half an hour, it will not burn you out. Trust me, it will help you to calm you down, set you in the right mind frame, and then you can start your main section, which count towards your score.
Wow, that's an amazing insight. I think no one has ever told such a suggestion that you have
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
definitely. First, I was also thinking like again I'll have to look at the screen for half an hour, type to cool myself, and then attend the main sections.
All right, all right.
Yeah, so after navigating the first section, the second was I got quant section
Okay.
with with 12 questions, and it was pretty simple, I would say. Like I I had a time to go back and check, but I don't find it necessary to go and check because whenever I was solving the question, I was making sure that I don't want to come to this. Like I was pretty sure with my answers, but
Well,
when I moved to
just um,
question
uh,
number,
just a
sorry.
sec, just a sec. So in the quant section, did you find anything surprising, anything that threw you off your game? How were the questions?
Yeah, not surprising, I would say in the first section, but second section was definitely difficult. So if for first section, there was one this graph question. It was pretty straightforward, like find the percentage, find the increase and decrease. Nothing to worry about it. I guess, anyone will encounter this graph question in first section,
Hmm.
and then second section, I don't found any of the graph portion, and even the graph section was in first section. It was pretty simple,
Simple.
straightforward.
All right.
So I would like to mention some question which I found in section number two.
Hmm.
Yeah, I will build around that question in
Uh,
section two.
All right.
So section one, 12th question was very difficult. Like when I looked at the clock, and I
Easy. You want to say easy? The first section of
yeah, yeah,
quant
yeah.
was easy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can say easily. So when I looked at the clock, it was question number 12, and 3 minutes was left. So I tried to figure out that question, but it was bit difficult. And I tried to crack that problem for 2 minutes. Like somewhat it was asking to take the value, find the extreme, take the value, find the minimum.
Hmm.
So but I was not able to take the approach. I was not able to figure it out. So still 1 minute was remaining with me, but I decided to leave that question. Like I will take a intelligent guess and to move ahead because I know that there are three more section ahead, and
Correct.
I yeah and don't want to have an anxiety attack in my second section.
All right.
So yeah, even though 1 minute was remaining, I will take an
Yep.
intelligent guess.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, and also I would like to uh, highlight like between the breaks. I don't know how much time you can spend between the two section, but I spend roughly around 35 seconds, 40 seconds. Like whenever I completed a section, I just took time to calm myself.
Hmm.
Like
That's a great strategy. Yeah.
yeah, and set myself in the next frame. If I completed a quant section, then I have to say, get in the perfect mindset to attempt the next verbal section.
Correct.
So yeah, so what you can do, like if you can directly click this continue button, so test will start, and then you will have not have any time to get you in the right thing. So it's okay to take a time between the two section, like around 30. I don't know what is the time after that the test will automatically start. Like there has to be some time, but I think 30-35 seconds will be okay for you to relax your mind and get ready for the next section. So I took around 40 seconds, and then I started my verbal section.
Hmm.
Verbal, I would say it was difficult from beginning. Indeed, it was difficult.
All right.
Yeah, the
What
TC,
what did
yeah,
you find challenging? What did you find challenging in the verbal part?
passage were complicated.
Okay.
Complicated in the sense there were multiple options.
Okay.
We have to select multiple options, and SC we can say it was a bit on the easier side.
Hmm.
and TC was difficult. TC was after spending couple of minutes also I was not able to figure out one question, so I left it.
All right.
The passage was difficult. Yeah, yeah. Overall, you can say medium level of difficulty for second section.
All right.
Second first section of verbal.
Of verbal. Okay. All right. So
And
what? Okay. All right. All right. So I wanted to ask, were the passages long, or were the how? What were the lengths of the passages there that you faced in the first section of verbal?
hmm, length, it was not a long passage, I would say,
Hmm.
but the complete screen size passage.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, one screen size passage and another was short passage, but multiple options. Yeah, if you want to get it, like we can say it completely reflected the mock pattern. The order and the type, question type, it completely reflected mocks, official mock, I would say.
Oh, wow. That's great. That's great, man. Cool. Coming on to the next section.
Yeah, yeah. So the third section was again count with 15 questions. And this section I found it difficult. Like, difficult in the sense I was not having a time to go and review it again.
Okay.
So I make sure like I am marking some of the questions uh, like uh, which I should come back. But ultimately I didn't find it time to come to almost all the questions.
Hmm.
So
What we usually advise students is to first tackle the easy ones, or at least what you feel that these questions might be easy. First, you attempt those questions, and rest of the questions can be handled later. That is what we usually suggest students as a
yeah.
strategy. Yeah.
So whenever you find start a section, just make sure to complete. You can do it in two rounds. First, finish of all the easier one, and then come back to which you have marked or which require more time.
And
There was
what was difficult in that in the quant section, the
yeah
section?
difficult question. I would say again I came into a scenario where I have 3 minutes left,
Hmm.
and I marked one question to which I came back, and it was like a formula was given, and
Hmm.
it was asked to find a principal like sorry, amount, principal plus interest.
Interest.
Yeah, so but the twist here was it was written in this big passage.
Hmm.
So decoding it took time. Like it took me 1 minute to understand the question, like what it was asking.
All right.
Formula, three different formula was given,
Hmm.
but decoding the question took time. So after I understood the question, it took me 2 minutes to solve it, and I marked the answer for that in the last 5 or 6 seconds was remaining on the clock. I marked that answer. Hopefully, I got it right. And second thing I would like to say, there was one median question.
Hmm.
So it was very cunningly uh, described. Like they told me to find this median thing, and they were not asking me the middle value. Like usually, what
Hmm.
habit I have got, like I will find the extreme, I will find the minimum, and whatever comes in middle, I will randomly take it.
Correct.
But after rereading the question, now I understood they were not asking the middle value. They were asking the value which comes out of the range.
Okay.
So yeah, one point people can note over here, like please understand the question properly. Like sometimes it's not asking you the range which comes in middle, but the extremes value which comes out of the range.
That's where verification comes into play.
Yeah.
Sometimes the question is asking what is x, and you have solved for the value of y, and that value of y will also be there in the options, and you'll think that, okay, I have got the correct answer, and you'll just mark it and move forward. So it is always advisable to, just revisit and verify your answer.
Hmm.
That can play an important role.
Yeah, yeah. If I were to miss that thing, I think definitely I would mark the wrong answer for this, and my score would have come down.
All right, all right. Wow, man. That were some great insights. Wow. Thank you for that. Coming to the next section of verbal.
Yeah, so last section was again verbal with 15 questions, and this was indeed very difficult. Like I didn't come to any of the questions. I didn't have time to come to any of the questions. Like I this was not usually my strategy. My strategy was to come back to the question, but the questions was very time consuming, very complicated, and difficult to decode in the first read. So it was very much advisable to be in the perfect state of mind to understand the question in the first go,
Correct.
because reading won't help. If you could understand it in the first go, then there's no need to reread and try to understand. So
That's why we suggest a lot of practicing, especially
yeah,
for the RCs, because RC is such thing which can make or break the whole situation.
yeah, definitely.
Hence, the extra practice for RCs.
Yeah. So in this section again, we can say for SC was on a comparatively easier side than
Hmm.
TC and this passage.
All right.
The passage was again a screen size passage, not long one or not short one, I would say, but a screen size, medium size passage with three questions. The passage was, I guess, some Chinese dynasty, and they also gave an example with the current world scenario.
All right.
They were explaining the passage, and with current world scenario, they try to relate it. This was the one passage, and second, I would say it was on human behavior. They
Wow.
expanded on the human behavior with two questions.
Wow.
And also I would like to say that during the test, don't try to predict your level, level of your section.
Hmm. Correct.
Like, yeah, so what I was told, if you do well on your first section, you will get three blank TC, or two three blank TC. But this was not the case for me. I got only one three blank TC in my second section,
All right.
and I guess it was on a harder side. So don't try to predict your section level. It will not help you during that time,
It
but
doesn't help at all. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You don't have to think about that. Yeah.
The
Absolutely.
only thing it will do, it will build more anxiety and just help you to lose your focus, which is not a good thing.
Correct. Correct, man. Absolutely. Very valid point, I would say. How many critical reasoning questions were there? We haven't talked about the CR
Mm.
question. Did you
I
face any question or not?
Yes, I would say in my first section it was weakening one, and in my second it was strengthen.
Okay, all right. And how were the questions? Were they easy? Were they easier to tackle?
Uh, Not like Sandeep sir have taught a method is if we were to strengthening a thing, then we have to negate it. Like if you apply the technique which sir had taught, then it was definitely easier side. But if I don't know that method, then every option seems to be valid to me at that time. So I applied that method of negations, and ultimately I marked the answer.
Coming, I think you are talking about the assumption technique in which you negate.
Yeah, assumption. It was kind of bit strengthen or assumption, like something like that. But negation technique was working on that.
All right, all right. Since we are talking about Sandeep sir, let me just ask you about the KTW videos and the importance of Octave. How how did it help you?
Yeah, talking about the know the world videos, I would say it is an initiative done by Sandeep sir, where in which he has compiled all the thing out there, and he has
Absolutely
presented us in this 24 hours format. And also the topic ranges from historical some important key milestones, and
correct.
scientific achievement and global businesses. I would say that the main goal of this know the world section videos was to make the complex information which is present out there to present it in a simpler format. In
Hmm.
the video, Sandeep sir has covered like various points no other videos cover, ranging from this space to evolution to this business perspective, and so also talk about social dynamics and prominent figures and dominant industry and how they were dominant and what tactics did they use, pandemic and technique on technological perspective. Overall, I would say it was a thing if anyone were to attend it, then he would definitely gain some sort of benefit that will help in no matter in what field the person is. He
Absolutely.
yeah, he will get an edge if he's working, then it would help him. If he's preparing for the study like for any competitive exam, it would help him. It is a life lesson, you can say, for anyone in any field.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for this, man. Thank you for this. And were you able to use Octave in the passages?
Yeah. Talking about Octave, I would say this is this talking about GRE, like it is a standard test. Like the passages are created using a standard method and questions are formed. Like it is not a random process, like this is the passage, these are the questions, and you have to answers for this are in this passage, go and found. It is not like that. It does not work like that. So when the passages are created using a standard method, then there has to be a standard way to nail that question. If and It's very difficult, I would say, to for someone to figure it out on themselves. So
Hmm.
Sandeep sir has did the hard work over here,
Correct.
and he's developed a method called Octave. So it is it will directly help you to strike the options off. If I were to tell, sorry for revealing the secret ingredient over here. If anyone would learn from from Sandeep sir the Octave method, he will find it like the sir says this if the passage start with belief or assume, then definitely the author tone will come, and author will challenge this thing. So it will help you in this primary purpose question. So sir, definitely sir will speak about everything in detail, and he will teach you everything. But if a passage is written, there has to be a purpose for this.
Correct.
The author is not simply writing a passage and giving up the creators are simply creating a questions over it. So uh, whenever you learn Octave, it will definitely help you to strike at least I would say 3 to 4 options, like simply service say don't use extreme words, so strike that off. Don't use generalized thing, don't use specialized thing. So directly when we read the option, we can figure it out, like this is not in the passage, this is general, this is extreme. Just strike it off, and you will be surprised to see that how easy it is to eliminate. So always Sandesh used to say, don't select an option, try to eliminate it and then get the answer. And also I would like to add that mm, uh, whenever solving a passage, so don't the closer you look, the less you see. The first, I will elaborate on this.
Hmm.
Like whenever you start a passage, just follow the method which Sandeep sir has told. Try to find opinion, try to find contradictory word where the passage is taking a turn, where the
Wow. Yes.
yeah, and where the author is giving his opinion, what is the tone of the passage, and contradictory word which is saying A, which is saying A negative. Just try to find out this thing on a broader perspective. So I said, like the closer you look, the less you see. First, take a glance, understand the passage, what it is saying, and then go to the question, and then hit the specific point and get the answer.
Very nice and very nicely put, Sadiq. Usually, what students do is they go through the passage and they try to understand each and everything. And it is not possible to understand everything in that limited time.
Correct.
Have a broader look over things and then move towards the questions. If the question is asking something specific, you go to that particular location, you already now know the location of that thing, and then you sort it out. That's the
Definitely,
way to
definitely.
go.
Yeah, yeah, and the same thing applies for this TC and SC. Like, if when I was attending the video sessions, so for the this TC section, what I found out, like it's not a hell lot of variation they can create. Like
Right.
they follow a standard process, like they standard method to create a question. So if you were to solve questions in large numbers, then you will automatically identify, okay, this is the question type, this is the question type. You can categorize the thing, and like to say, first you will quoting Sandeep sir, like try to find the tone of the sentence, like
Mm.
where it is going,
Going,
when it,
correct.
yeah, when it is taking a turn. And if the first part is saying A, then the second part will say A negative. Just note all this thing, and you will be easily able to categorize the thing and solve it easily. Talking about SC, I would say, whenever you are reading a sentence, just after reading a sentence, just try to create a pair. And generally, if it's a hard question, you will find three pairs. And if it is an easy question, you will easily eliminate two options, and you will create two pairs. One pair will fit, and one pair will be easily eliminated. And also, I would like to say, if sometime it happens during my exam also.
Hmm. All right,
So
go on.
yeah, it if one what so perfectly fitting into is like I felt like it is meant for this sentence, but I could
Yes,
not find a pair for it.
fair for it, correct.
So yeah, yeah. So ultimately, I have to eliminate it.
Wow, wow. Those were some beautiful insights, and these are definitely going to help a lot of students. Thank you so much for this, Sadiq.
Yeah,
Could you also tell us about the support that you have gotten from top? How were the doubt resolution? How were the strategies given by top 1%?
yeah. Talking about the top faculty, like doubt faculty or the support faculty, or the person that I reached to Richa, the everything was so smoothly put. I would smoothly put, like in my journey, like it was meant for that. It feels like that. So whenever I got a doubt, first of all, I would like to mention this. If a person get a doubt, but the answer is so beautifully and so comprehensively written,
Correct.
so yeah, you can find out whatever doubt you have and resolve it there itself. And even though if you have some doubt, you can mail the respective faculty for phone someone is there, and for verbal Vijayaksha is there. So the response time is also very awesome. Like I would say, I wrote couple of mails to Aman, like whenever I found a doubt, and the response time was he replied me within 2 to 3 hours with a comprehensive answer. The only thing that Aman says is, tell me where you are stuck. Don't tell me what I used to do. I used to send a question and Aman, please help me. So the only things Aman demand is like, tell me where you are stuck. Tell me what is your perspective to solving the answer. Like if I were to give you 2 days, and after 2 days also you should come up with the same answer. Like I am not able to change my answer, and this is the final what I've got. So even though it is wrong, then comes Aman, like to change your perspective, because this is the thing, it will help you in your exam. Like if you are not able to change your perspective during a practice, then how would you crack a new problem on the exam? So this is the,
Thank you so much for this. Thank you so much for this.
yeah, yeah. And also I would like to talk about this verbal,
Vijay,
yeah, verbal
Vijay.
faculty. Yeah, yeah. So awesome person. Like many a time I used to write to him, like Vijay, what I should do is my every time I write a mock, it is scores are going down. It's very much fluctuating. It's not happening. I can't do this. So uh, apart from helping me in academics, he used to give me a moral boost also. Like yeah, Sadiq, try to understand. This is the thing. The GMAT exam, competitive exam, it has to be tough. How if you are to get into people surrounding with some brighter mind and in a class where it will boost your career trajectory, then you have to crack this exam. This is something required and it will be difficult. It will not be like a cakewalk. If it is a cakewalk, then
Correct.
yeah,
Everyone could do it. Yeah. If
yeah,
if it
yeah.
is a
So
cakewalk, everyone could have done it. Correct.
Yeah, so this was the thing like apart from academics, top 1% will also boost your morale. They will support you. You can write to them about your mock, like this is the mock score, this is the mock score, how I should go forward, how much time I should keep before my exam, and how much I should increase my practice. These are some of the things like you won't find anywhere else.
Correct. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this. And it's really amazing that you have shared all these inputs with us, Sadiq. That is definitely going to help a lot of students. Thank you so much for this, Sadiq. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks, Aman.
All right, all right. We hope to see and we hope to hear from you more of your success stories soon, man.
Definitely, Aman. And also, I would like to mention, if you were to prepare for this competitive exam, then one key thing I would like to say that it is discipline. If you were to attempt this, then you can't do it with your mind wandering somewhere, and you want to attempt it, and you can just sit and crack the problem. It does not work that way.
Like that.
So
Correct.
yeah, so if you want to crack something which is difficult, so you must create or maintain a discipline. If because as we know this, we have got only a minute or something to crack a problem, and if you are
Correct.
not focused enough, you will lose that time and you will read it again, which will hurt your another question. Like the time which was allocated to it, you are allocating it, rereading it. So discipline is the key, I would say, and yeah, with you can inculcate the discipline while you're practicing, so that it can help you in your main exam.
Absolutely. That's a very wonderful advice. I would say discipline, consistency, even if a single day or a 2 day gap will push your preparation to 4 or 5 more days. So it's better that you finish things, not with an intention that you have to finish things, but with
Mhm.
an intention that you are learning. And because of that, you are performing well during your test and then scoring well.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
should be the way to go. Wow. Amazing, man. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Sadiq. Thank you so
Okay,
much
yeah.
for this.
Thank you for having me, Aman. Yeah, thanks a
Thank
lot.
you. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye, Sadiq.
Bye, 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 bye. Take care.
Take care. Take care.